All right, let's see if this works. And I don't even know if this is the right episode. Who knows? Oh. That's not how that goes. Ah, oh, damn it all to hell. Let's see if I can do this. Hello, everybody. This is like the first. This is a trial run. So, I apologize. I'm a little sick right now. All right, so there's been a little bit of news about this particular story here in the States. And I know a lot of you guys that follow me are outside of the United States, but here in the United States, it's a very divided time. And I'm doing well, Heather. How are you? Yes, Mary. I'm still sick, unfortunately. So there's this. Yes, what's up, Fran? Thank you. Thank you very much. So there's this story that went around not too long ago. There's been a lot of stories about basically like white ladies calling the cops on black people for like no reason, for living their lives. And the most recent one, and all of these ladies get like nicknames after the fact that basically make fun of them. This one is called Floor Becky. So basically, to set it up, hello Marissa and Jen Salvador and Emerald Tunes. Divided, like racially divided, politically divided. Everybody's fighting about their opinions and who's right and who's wrong. And it's very, you're either on this side or you're on that side. There's no in between. And you're either with us or against us type of mentality. So if you don't agree with me, you're against me, basically. The racial divide in this country right now it's actually kind of scary. Like really scary. So basically what's been happening is on the news, there's been a lot of stories breaking of like black people basically being harassed. Like a 9-year-old recently, before this one, a 9-year-old was had the cops called on him. He was with his mother. A 9-year-old black boy had the cops called on him by a white lady, an older white lady, because she swore that he basically sexually harassed her. He touched her ass. But on the video, the little boy, it was just a crammed store, and the little boy just had to get past her. He didn't purposely touch her ass. But a lot of people are saying, because he was black, she assumed that he purposely touched her ass. So it's this whole, like once a month, maybe twice a month, you're hearing these stories coming out of basically black kids or black people in general just getting the cops called on them for no reason. So in this particular story, and I'm going to be reacting to the video. Hopefully it'll work. But in this particular story, a black guy, business owner, was coming home late. He lives in an apartment building. He was coming home late from work. And this white woman, blonde-haired white woman, if you're watching, you'll see it, blocks him from getting into his own building. Yeah, it isn't right to have discrimination. It isn't. But there are people on either side because everybody has an agenda to push. Hello, Jackie. There are people on either side defending her, defending him. One side is saying it wasn't racist. She was just looking out for the safety of the building. And then the other side is saying it was racist. If it was a white dude, she wouldn't have been as crazy. I want to watch the video. I've seen it already, but I want to watch the video and then kind of give my opinion on it. Hopefully this will work. Let's see. Hopefully. There we go. There we are. All right. I hope you guys can see this and hear it. But the video, it says, white woman attempts to block black man from entering his apartment building. All right, let's check it out. And I'll let you guys decide what you think. Ready? Let's do it.
Please move, ma'am.
I can.
Okay.
Do you live here?
I already answered that question. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. The keypad is right there.
I understand that, ma'am.
You can film me.
So
That's
basically,
fine.
all right. So basically, she's saying you didn't use a key fob. You didn't use your key to get in. I guess he just piggybacked off of her. Which this is not my full opinion, but I get what she's saying. If any creepy person, well, I'm not saying he's creepy, but if any person walked in behind me, I would feel a little uncomfortable. Not enough to stop them, though. Like, this would never be something I would do. I would feel uncomfortable and just have my guard up a little bit if somebody piggybacked behind me and didn't use their own entrance to get in. But I would never turn around and block them. So, I mean, still from the very beginning, she took it way too far. Like, way too far. Hold on. Let's read the chat. I'm eating Jollibee. I hope it's really good. All right, let's get back to this.
But you're blocking me?
Into my building.
Okay, and
Okay.
it's my building as well, so I need you to get out my way.
Okay, wait.
That's annoying, too. She keeps saying into my building as if she owns the damn shit. Like, you don't own the building, lady.
Unit.
I don't need to say that information.
What's your
So
unit?
excuse me, ma'am.
I'm uncomfortable.
Excuse me. Okay, you can be uncomfortable. That's your discretion. You're uncomfortable because you're you. I need you to move out my way,
What's
please.
your unit? She
No.
says.
Ma'am, please stop touching me.
I'm not touching
You
you.
just was previously before.
I'm not touching you at all.
So I'm going to step in where I live
I'm not
at.
touching you, and I'm not.
I must say he's got a lot of patience because I would have barreled right through her at this point. 40 seconds in, I would have literally been like, get the hell out of my way, or else I'm literally knocking you to the ground.
Not in any way doing anything outside of letting my
Okay.
dog go to the
Okay,
bathroom.
and I live here and you're blocking the door.
What
You're being-
unit?
I don't need to tell you that. What unit do you live in?
307.
Okay, great. I'm on the 4th floor. Excuse me.
No. You don't have a key fob. You are. No.
No. No.
If you have that, then.
All right, so now he's showing his key fob. He may not have used it, but now he's showing his key fob. And he's saying, here it is. Leave me the hell alone. So now this literally is a 4-minute and 30-second video. At a minute, when he shows his key fob, even if you have balls enough to block somebody from getting into the building because you really think that you're the security guard in the place, at a minute, when he shows his key fob, that should be the end of it, in my opinion. Like, you should be like, okay, you know what? My bad. I'm sorry. You have a key fob. Peace.
Okay.
Ma'am, you're not
Yeah,
security.
exactly.
You're not the property
Exactly. Okay. So now you move out of the way.
manager. You're not
No,
Mike
but
Herman.
I live here.
Okay, and I live here too. You're not Mike Herman. You're not Rick.
I don't like the fact you have your phone in my face.
Okay, I don't like the fact that you're blocking me for where I pay.
All
to
I'm
live at.
asking is what unit?
But you're not. I don't need to tell you that information, ma'am.
If you want to come into my building.
And he's so nice. He keeps saying, ma'am. He's still, like, polite with her.
It's not your building. You're not the owner. You pay rent.
Sir, you walked up on a street.
Yes,
that
yes,
had-
and I've already buzzed in. I've already
You
used.
Okay. You walked up on a street. What else is he going to walk up onto? I'm sure this building is on a street. So that doesn't make any sense.
Not.
Okay, man, it does not even matter. Can you get out of my way?
No. Can you show me the key fob into this
I'm
building?
not showing you anything. And the second, ma'am, I'm bound to walk through where I live at. So.
No.
Okay.
Can you show me the key fob into this? No.
Excuse me.
No.
Excuse me.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
See, now again, at this point, he's not bothering her. He's walking past her. He's trying to get away from her. So it's not like, what are you worried about at this point? If you're worried about somebody following you into the building, my main concern when somebody piggybacks off of me into a building is this person is going to try and rob me or like molest me or something. If that person just walks right, once that person gets in and then walks right past me, I'm like, okay, whatever. So why are you continuing to harass this person? He's obviously just trying to get to where he's going.
Call the police, whatever you want to do.
Like, he's not running. He's not running. He's calmly waiting for the elevator. So that's not suspect at all. If he was doing something illegal or was attempting to do something illegal, he wouldn't be waiting there. So she should have just let it go. She shouldn't have even done this in the first place. But if you're going to do it, if you're going to be that type of person that does it, use your friggin' brain and common sense.
Do you have a key fob that looks like this? You can film all you want. I'm not being rude. I'm not being disrespectful.
I'm happy, though, that since you claim that you're not being rude or disrespectful, that now makes it true in your brain, because you're being rude and disrespectful. That's literally what you're being right now. That's like me telling somebody to fuck off and being like, I'm not being rude or disrespectful. I'm just telling you the truth that you need to fuck off. Like, no, that's rude.
Walked into a building that I was taking my dog out and pushed your way in. No.
Now she says no. She says no. Oh my God, it's like she's dealing with a toddler or something. Hold on, let me see. Can you guys even see this? I don't even know. Hold on, let me read the chat. Good morning. Good morning, Pierre. Can you guys see this? Hello, Eden. Can you guys see and hear this? Because I'm having a grand old time reacting to this right now. We got a couple more minutes. Then I want to comment on this situation. Briefly.
Who are you going up to the fourth floor to see?
Who are you going up to the fourth floor to see? My apartment. Bitch. You'd have to have some set of ball sack to literally follow somebody to their apartment. I mean, you'd have to have balls to just block them from getting into a building. Because you don't know what that person is going to do. Especially if you think they're suspect and you think they're up to no good. You don't know if they have a knife on them or whatever. So it's just like she's got some set of calzones here. Look at her. She knows it's going viral. Like right now in her brain, she's like, yep, I'm going to get fired from my job.
No, I want to know who you're going to see.
So now you're going to follow me.
I am.
Great.
Why?
Because I would like to know who's friends and why you're here.
Because I live here.
And if you do, then I would like to meet you because you're a neighbor. And
You didn't start off on a good note. I don't want to do no dealings with you.
Now she's trying to backpedal. So like now she realizes that she's in deep shit. And now she's trying to backpedal and be like, I'm just trying to get to know you. I just want to be your friend because you're my neighbor. I can't. I just literally cannot.
I'm going to my house. I'm going to my house where I live at, where I pay.
I would like to introduce myself then as a neighbor.
Yeah. I would like to introduce myself as a neighbor. Yep, that's how you make a first impression. Block him from coming into the building, and now you say you want to introduce yourself. I can't. The stupidity is just ridiculous.
I would like to introduce myself.
I do not want to speak with you. Please stop following me. I'm going to call the cops for harassment. That's my next step.
He's literally running away from her, and she's still following him. I can't.
You just follow me all the way to my door.
Like, literally. Poor dog. Look at the dog. He's like, I just need to take a shit right now, lady. Like, and I want to go home and hump my pillow. So if you could hurry this shit up, that'd be great.
You see my keys in the door. As
a record, I just want to say hi.
Ma'am,
what is your name?
Ma'am,
For the record, I just want to say hi. What's your name? So you did all of that, 5 minutes worth of BS, just to get to know him. That's good.
No. Have a good night, ma'am. Don't ever do that again. You look pretty stupid on video. Have a nice night. And my name's Mr. Toes. Thank you.
Wow.
She says, wow, at the end. Oh my God, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. So, okay. So, that's the type of shit that's happening right now in this. Right? How dumb is she? She just. Oh my God. It's just a creepy situation. She looks like she'd have a kid on a leash. Yeah, she does look like one of those. Hello, Aya. I don't. Yeah, you wanna kind of flick her in the nose. That's kind of when I first watched that video. That's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to flick her, and really, really just be like, "Is this necessary?" A lot of people are saying that this was racially charged, that she did this because he was black, and because he is black. She's been fired from her job. I guess, because it went viral. She's been fired from her job. Yeah, right? At the end she says, wow, as if like she's been completely disrespected by him. You followed him to his place that he lives. Like, you are the predator in the situation. And the stupidity is crazy. And there are people who are watching this saying, there are different opinions. It wasn't racist. She was basically trying to protect the building. Because you're really not supposed, when you have buildings like this, you're not supposed to piggyback off of other people. And I understand that. The correct thing to do, the right thing to do would be to just use your key fob. But who really follows those rules? If there's somebody coming in front of you, you're not thinking like, oh, just in case, let me use my own key. Like, if you're right behind somebody, you're just going to walk in. I've done it before at my job. My job used to tell us, don't let anybody piggyback behind you. You don't know who's coming in behind you. If you don't recognize them, don't let them just walk in. But I never, ever used to do that, because you enter into this awkward moment where it's like, what do you want me to do? Close the door on this person, or do what this idiot did and block the person from coming in? Black or white, it's just that's not something you do. That's just not common courtesy. Emerald Tunes, dog. Mommy, me want to poop. If you don't let me poop, I'll shit all over you. And the woman's probably like, oh no, poop, it's brown. I don't like brown things. Because I personally, just looking at this, I don't know. I can't say if this was racially charged or not. A lot of people are saying it was. I think, but I can't put myself in other people's shoes because I know how I think. And I would feel uncomfortable if a white man piggybacked behind me. My hair on the back of my head, my neck would raise a little bit at first. Always. And this has happened before to me. So I can't say she's a racist. I can definitely say, though, it seems that way. She could have been profiling like, oh, you're black. This is an expensive building. You can't afford to live in this building. That could have been her mind state. And then she sees him entering into the building and she's like, no, you don't belong here. And even after he showed his key in the elevator, she goes, I want to see who you're here to see. I want to know who you're here to see. So she still didn't believe that he lived in the building. So to me, that's a little presumptuous. And kind of assuming that he can't he can't afford to live in the building. And the only reason I can think of as to why her train of thought would go there is because he's black. Yeah, she was definitely being a predator. Absolutely. She was the predator in the situation. And she's been fired from her job, which I don't know. I don't know. I guess you can't have racist people working at your place of employment. And it looks bad. It puts whatever company she works for, puts them in a bad place because now she's famous or infamous for this. She's known as Floor Becky now. And you can't have fourth floor Becky working at your place. It just doesn't look good for business, I'm sure. So I guess the company she works for had to do what they had to do. So plot twist, now she can't afford to live in that building. That's it, right, Pierre? That's it. All she wanted was for him to like her dog's pictures on Instagram because she's trying to get him to be famous. So I think the dog's soul is in the woman and the woman's soul is inside the dog. To be honest, I don't know. I'm starting to like animals a little bit better than humans nowadays. That's just my opinion, though. I don't know. It's stuff like this that, to me, this is like, I think this dude handled it the best way that he could. And I think I think it could have been a lot worse. You could have had somebody that wasn't as level-headed as this dude that, pushed her. Like, he could have pushed her onto the ground. I tried to put myself in that position as I was watching, and I would have absolutely pummeled her to the ground. Especially me. I would have literally lost my absolute shit. So the fact that he didn't says a lot about who he is. I just think it's funny that, I don't want to see anybody in impoverished or anything like that, but I just think it's funny that this whole thing was basically, if I had to take a guess, an educated guess, I would say it was racially charged because she didn't think that he could afford to live in the building. And now she can't afford to live in the building because she lost her job from this whole thing. So it's like, was it really worth it? Was all of it really worth it? You didn't have to do that. Racist or not, being rude and disrespectful is something wrong. And if I was her employer, I wouldn't want that kind of... Yeah, exactly. You're harassing somebody. You can't go around just harassing anybody. Exactly. And this could have easily been a white dude. And she could have done this to a white dude too. Again, I know from experience that when dudes piggyback, especially if they look creepy, white or black, if you look creepy to me, and I know this is kind of profiling myself, but if you look creepy, I'm going to get a little uncomfortable, like, oh no, is that person going to do something? But then once you walk past, first of all, again, I would never, ever, no matter how creeped out I felt by somebody following me into a building, I would never block them. Because then you're literally, if they are a creep, you're asking for trouble. Because, duh. And then the minute they walk past me, it's like, okay, well, clearly they're just trying to get to where they're trying to get to. I salute the guy. He kept his cool. And he was still being respectful. Yeah, he was. He was still being respectful. He kept calling her ma'am. And he held off. Do they have a building manager who she could have gone to? Yes, Heather. He says it. In the video, he says, you're not Rick. You're not Joe or whatever the other guy's name is. He's like, you don't own the building and you're not the superintendent or the manager. So basically he says, like, this isn't your place to do this. Where was her apology? I don't know. I know that one of the news stations reached out. I'm sure every news station reached out to her to ask for her comment. And I think she's embarrassed. But this is like the typical thing that's been happening. This like 50-something-year-old woman called the cops on a 9-year-old black kid, I think like last week or the week before. Actually, let's pull this up. Let's pull it up. 9-year-old accused of groping. Right here. 9-year-old falsely accused of groping. White woman says he felt her ass, basically. Like, he felt. Okay, ready? I'm gonna try and find the video here. Let's pull this up.
Now we're gonna go to our ABC.
All right. Let's see if we can bring this up. Where am I? All right. Where is it? Here it is. Okay.
ABC News exclusive with the mother and her 9-year-old son who was wrongfully accused of groping a woman in that corner store Carolyn case in New York City.
That's the video, right? And you clearly see he's just walking past, like it was just crammed in there. He has to walk past her.
City. Now they're telling their side of the story.
Do you see her though?
Lindsay Davis sat down with.
She sees it. Like you can see that she sees that he didn't do it. At least in that's what it looks like. Like you stared at him.
Them. And has that for us. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Michael. For several months now, many have chuckled at the nicknames created by social media like Coupon Car.
See, now you got Fourth Floor Becky, Cornerstone Caroline. There was another kid selling water on a corner, black girl, and they called her Permit Patty because this white woman called the cops on this little 8-year-old girl selling water or like lemonade on the side of the road. And she asked the mother and the kid if they had a permit. It's lemonade, lady. So that lady was Permit Patty. There's another one, too. I forget.
Carl or Barbecue Becky, monikers for the white people who erroneously call 911 on black people who aren't guilty of breaking any laws.
Yep.
But last night I sat down with 9-year-old Jeremiah Harvey, and it stopped being funny.
It's still hard because I have this lately on my mind, like I can't think nothing more but this.
The little boy at the center of the viral video dubbed Cornerstone Carolyn is now sharing just how deeply.
You see her? She's like so angry because she's convinced that this 9-year-old touched her ass.
This moment has impacted him.
I just was sexually assaulted by a child.
9-year-old Jeremiah Harvey was in a Brooklyn convenience store with his mother and little sister last week when Teresa Klein accused him of sexual assault.
That's right. The son grabbed my
She then called police.
Did you have any idea why the woman said she was going to call the police?
A review of surveillance video proved
See,
that
look.
Jeremiah had not assaulted the woman. His backpack accidentally.
His backpack brushes up against her ass. He's not even looking at this woman, and she's convinced that he groped her.
Grazed her.
I felt humiliated.
She falsely accused you of something.
He's a 9-year-old kid. I just can't. I literally just cannot. So this is what has been going on in these parts lately. And I think I don't know, it's just it's crazy. That's all right, Eden. It's okay. But I just wanted to like touch on that. It can't be a coincidence that all of these situations involve black children. Do you watch Escape the Night? And if not, can you please react? Oh yeah, absolutely. I've seen it. I've seen like an episode or two. I'll definitely on this channel I'll do it. Probably on a live stream or whatever. But yeah, it's just that's the thing. What 9-year-old at that point is thinking about ass? I don't even know. I don't even know what 9-year-old. I mean, I'm sure there are 9-year-olds out there that are, 9-year-old boys that are a little promiscuous or whatever. But realistically, it's like, what 9-year-old is doing that? So yeah, I just wanted to kind of do like a trial run right now, and see if this stuff worked. And I figured, why not react to these videos and see if you guys, if every, technically if everything is good. But I also wanted to comment. It's a touchy subject. It really is, especially when it gets into race and everything like that, because there really is no definitive way to prove that all of these people, these women, who just so happen to be white, are racist because all these children or these people just so happen to be black. But there's no way to really objectively prove that these people are racist. Who knows? Who knows? It seems that way, though. It can't be a coincidence to me, in my opinion. But I don't know these people. I don't know what their thought process is, so I can't say for sure. But I wanted to just quickly talk about these videos. What I want to do for the podcast is plan out an entire like hour-long show and live stream it like this. This is kind of just like a little taste of what it's going to be like. I'm trying to figure it all out. But thank you guys for watching and hanging out with me. I'm getting off now. Thank you for your opinions. Let me know if you have anything you want me to comment on or react to on this particular platform. Let me know. Can some of my questions be off topic? Absolutely. Absolutely they can. Anything you want to ask me, I'm here to hang out. I want to like make it like I want to plan it out. I'm not very good at planning things, but I want to plan it out. Like maybe every Tuesday and Thursday at 9:30 to 10:30 or whatever it is, an hour-long show. And whatever questions you want to ask, they can be off topic completely. I'm always down to have a conversation about anything. And if you guys want to send links, I'll check them out live. I'm trying to figure it all out as I go along. But I have you guys to help me out. So everybody, thank you. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Mary, Pierre, Emerald, who else? Eden, Heather. Love you guys very much. I'm figuring all of this out. I will figure it out. I love you guys. Peace out.